the bunting feeder, or basically any small bird feeder. It's exclusively a small bird feeder. Okay, today we're going to look at a new, actually my favorite small bird feeder now. I'm going to use it a lot. And it's going to be a little bit of a challenge because it's squirrel happy hour. And whenever I'm filming, they want to be the center of attention. So put a few peanuts around here, that'll keep them busy. There, eat it's right next to you, buddy. Oh boy. Okay. There. All right, let me talk to the people. Yeah, this is the Woodlink small bird feeder, and it's actually something I've been wanting to try for a while. I have, you know, the signature species of the backyard. In the wintertime especially, the painted buntings. And we don't get a whole lot of small birds here, like finches and that come to the feeder, but the buntings are the mainstay. And of course, they're a rare bird that we really enjoy. So this is the Woodlink small bird feeder, and it's fairly large. What it basically is a high-quality finch feeder with a cage around it. And you can see here, one of the things that concerned me was that the grid is almost too small, but it's buntings and finches have no problem getting in there. And so they're about the only birds that can get in there. It excludes the squirrels. I've had it sitting out on the fence for weeks now, and the raccoons don't even mess with it. And it's too small for the squirrels. Now the other thing, of course, it's not going to let the cardinals in either. Cardinals, keeps out the cardinals and the blue jays. And I'll show you an example later of a woodpecker with a long tongue that managed to get in there and get a little bit of seed, but they're not going to get a lot. The main thing is this has been, I'll show you some video of the buntings really enjoying this thing. And these guys have been trying to get into it for weeks now and haven't succeeded. Now, the thing that makes this successful compared to some other ones is if you buy small ones, squirrels will be able to reach in there and grab the seed out of there. But this one, you can see, is pretty big. And at first when I got it, it's got these washers on here. And you would think initially that wouldn't be such a great way to do it, but the only thing that really holds these this lid on are these washers. You lift up the washers and you pull it open and you just dump your millet in there, like you always would. And you can see it's got a gap around here. And that was kind of the thing that I was concerned about, but it's real easy to get access to and real easy to fill. And these little washers make it impossible for the raccoons or the squirrels to try and lift this open. And because of the size of it, they really can't get in there and get the food out. So it's been pretty successful. Now it's large and it's a little pricey, but sometimes that's what it takes. And then, you know, if you have to clean it, you can, every once in a while, you can just take it apart from underneath and pull the finch feeder out of there. And it works great. And it's finally solved my problem with the buntings not having their food stolen all the time, because I have a traditional finch feeder, a couple of them, and the red-bellied woodpeckers have become really adept at hanging on it and draining it. So that becomes the other unprotected finch feeders have become the woodpecker and the blue jay challenge feeders, and then we got a couple of tray feeders for the doves and the cardinals and things like that. And then of course over here we have the who's been watching my videos, you see this is sort of the studio I've set up. And so for this, I've just got a hook here, I hang this feeder right in there, and it's pretty much a bunting only feeder. I haven't seen anybody, we don't have, very rare do we get goldfinches here in the wintertime, every once in a while, but they'll get on it if they come here. But it's been pretty much the exclusive feeder of the painted buntings, which is a lot of fun because they're here able to enjoy it all day long. They don't really like to come out in the open too far. And any other way that you have the food exposed, the squirrels and the other birds are going to be scaring them away. So I've been real happy with this, and now I'll show you some examples of the thing in action. And again, what makes it effective is the size. It's about, I guess, about 5 or 6 inches of a gap between the cage and the internal finch feeder. And that seems to be the thing that keeps the squirrels and the other birds out of there. And again, it looks small, but the buntings fit in there. It's not going to be good for a cardinal. They may make another one. Of course, now if you make the squares too big, then of course the squirrels are going to, and rats and things like that will figure out a way in there. So I think this is for, if you want to feeder this exclusively for your little guys like the buntings and the finches, this is the way to go. It's been really successful this winter for the buntings. The buntings will leave here in April, and I'll head up to the Great Smoky Mountains for the most part, so I'll probably take it up there. I think it'll be great for all the smaller birds that we have up there during the summer. Well, this thing is sat here, it's hung here, you know, real accessible to the raccoons and that during the night, and they haven't either been too lazy to try or they haven't been able to crack it. Now, obviously, a raccoon can maybe put their paw in there and get a little bit of food, but my raccoons haven't been that inclined to work on it. But, you know, for most cases, you'd put this out on a pole in the yard. But for buntings, they like to be close to cover. So what I do is put it here during the daytime, and then at night I just remove it to the on a pole in the middle of the yard, so I don't have to worry about the raccoons getting it. Of course, up in the mountains, the bears will just take it and rip it apart. So in the mountains, you're still going to have to put it away at night, but at least during the day, the birds can enjoy themselves. And I'll put a description and a link to this feeder. This is a good example. Brown-headed cowbirds want to get into the bunting feeder badly, but they can't. So they're reduced to picking up whatever scraps the bunting drop. That's what I like to see. The buntings having their own feeder. They got it, they got it. up with you guys? What do you think?